Oswald created gravity!
These videos. Wait, are we starting from the top? Yeah. Oh, okay.
This is Anna Nelson introducing Sean as Frederick Griffith, Henry as Oswald Avery,
Howdy.
Bree and Megan as the scientists, and Stephanie and Anna as the news anchors, and Lil Bunny B.
Hello, Mrs. Hennen's first hour class.
We're here to talk about Frederick Griffith and Oswald Avery. Griffith lived from 1879 to 1941. He was a British bacteriologist whose focus was on bacterial pneumonia.
Avery lived from 1877 to 1955. He was a Canadian-born American physician and medical researcher. Now scientists Bree and Megan will interview these two influential scientists.
So what are you best known for?
Well, my discovery that DNA serves as genetic material. Also, recognizing DNA and heredity.
So you went off of Griffith's experiment. Tell us more about that.
Good question. Yes, I found out what killed the mice.
Will you give us a general overview of your experiment?
Well, I did the same experiment as Griffith. However, I knew more about the bacteria I was injecting into the mice.
What was your contribution concerning DNA?
I helped discover DNA.
Tell us about transformation.
I showed that the process of transformation was that genetic information could be transferred from dead bacterial cells to live ones.
What was a general overview of the experiment that helped you discover that?
I injected virulent bacteria into mice while creating different trials of different ways the bacteria was affected.
Let's see a more in-depth explanation.
Safety first. So, Griffith experimented with the bacterial strand of pneumonia. He first injected a rough strand into a mouse. The result of this was that the mouse lived. Next, he injected a smooth strand into a different mouse. The result of this was that the mouse had died. After that, he injected a heat-killed smooth strand, so he boiled the smooth strand over heat. And the result of this was that the mouse lived. And finally, he injected the heat-killed smooth strand combined with the rough strand, and the mouse died. Oswald Avery also completed this experiment, yet he knew a lot more about the bacterial strains of pneumonia.
And here are some more fun facts. Griffith showed in his results that they suggested that genetic material was composed of nucleic acid, but was not proven until later.
When Griffith combined the heat-killed virulent bacteria with living non-virulent bacteria and injected the mixture into the mice, he found that the mice died just as they had died when he injected the living virulent bacteria. This demonstrated that the living bacteria took up genetic material called the transforming principle.
Oswald showed that DNA is what makes up genes and chromosomes. Also, he demonstrated that DNA, not protein or RNA, is the substance responsible for transforming bacteria.
Just like we had shown in the explanation, Oswald Avery began purifying the DNA from other components of the virulent bacteria by extracting the water-soluble materials from bacteria and precipitating DNA using chloroform. Avery required a purified sample of DNA that he could use to transform the bacteria. By treating this DNA sample with enzymes that digest protein and other candidate molecule RNA, Avery was able to demonstrate that DNA was the transforming material.
And just so you all know, no animals were harmed making this video.
Frederick Griffith and Oswald Avery were key researchers in the discovery of DNA. Griffith was a British medical officer and geneticist. In 1928, in what is known as Griffith's experiment, he discovered what he called a transforming principle that caused inheritance.
Oswald and his colleagues Colin McLeod and McLean McCarthy continued Griffith's research and discovered in 1944 that DNA is the material of which genes and chromosomes are made. All modern molecular biology has evolved from this discovery.
Hello, how are you doing? What's up, dog?
77.
One.
Oh.
Are you?
That DNA not.
That's a keys or something like that.
I created gravity. That's who I am.
We had ours last Sunday. It's good.
Bree, I created gravity, right?
No.
Yes. Oswald.
going to your head.
Oswald.
It's so funny.
Oswald created gravity.
These videos.